Hello, today I'm looking at Majjhima Nikaya number 52, which is the Atthakanagara Sutta, and that's translated as the man from Atthakanagara. And the location is Belavugamaka near Vasali, and the people involved are the Venerable Ananda, who's one of the leading followers of Buddha, and Dasama of Atthakanagara, described as a householder. So Venerable Ananda is asked by Dasama if there is any one thing proclaimed by the Blessed One, that is Buddha, wherein if a bhikkhu abides diligent, ardent and resolute, his unliberated mind comes to be liberated, his undestroyed taints come to be destroyed, and he attains the supreme security from bondage that he had not attained before. There is, Ananda replies, quite secluded from sense pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the first jhana, which is accompanied by applied and sustained thought, with rapture and pleasure born of seclusion. The bhikkhu thinks about this and understands it thus: this first jhana is conditioned and volitionally produced. But whatever is conditioned and volitionally produced is impermanent and subject to cessation. If he is steady in that, he attains destruction of the taints. Or, if not, then through his passion and delight of the Dhamma, and from the wasting away of the 5 lower fetters, he becomes one due to reappear spontaneously in the pure abodes, and there attain final nibbana without ever returning from that world. So I've just had a look at what these 5 lower fetters are, and they're described elsewhere as they're things which chain someone to samsara, that is the continuing cycle of lives. And the 5 fetters are the identity view, anatman, doubt in the Buddha, ascetic or ritual rules, sensual desire, and the last one, number 5, ill will. Now Ananda continues, this is one thing proclaimed by Buddha, whereby a bhikkhu who abides diligent, ardent and resolute, his unliberated mind comes to be liberated, his undestroyed taints are destroyed, he obtains a supreme security from bondage that he had not attained before. Ananda states that this process repeats with the 2nd, 3rd and 4th jhana, and then there's the same detail of the 1st jhana. So like most of these oral histories, there's sort of repetition of the points they're trying to make. So we've gone through the 1st jhana, making the point about it being conditioned and volitionally produced, and this similarly for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, but with sort of unwavering belief in the Dhamma and loss of the fetters, then there's no reason why a person can't achieve the nibbana. So now Ananda also goes on to say a similar effect is achieved by maintaining loving kindness, that is without ill will. The same effect can also be achieved with a mind imbued with compassion. So too with a mind imbued with altruistic joy, and also with equanimity. So Ananda is also saying that I think that the same nibbana can also be achieved by following what's known as the 4 immeasurables, or Brahma Viharas, which are in Pali metta, karuna, mudita and upekkha, which is this, as I said, loving kindness, compassion, altruistic joy and equanimity. So back with Ananda again. With the complete surmounting of perception of form, with the disappearance of perceptions of sensory impact, with non-attention to perceptions of diversity, aware that space is infinite, a bhikkhu enters and abides in the space of infinite space. But he understands this. This attainment is conditioned and volitionally produced, and whatever is conditional and volitionally produced is impermanent and subject to cessation. If he is steady in that he attains destruction of the taints. But even if he does not attain that, because of his desire for the Dhamma, his delight in the Dhamma, then with the destruction of the 5 lower fetters, he becomes one due to reappear spontaneously in the pure abodes and there attain final nibbana without ever returning. This is one thing proclaimed by the Blessed One, wherein if a bhikkhu abides diligent, ardent and resolute, he attains the supreme security from bondage that he had not attained before. Again, by completely surmounting the base of infinite space, aware that consciousness is infinite, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the base of infinite consciousness. And again, this then repeats about this state being conditioned and volitionally produced, therefore impermanent. But if the bhikkhu is steady in that he achieves destruction of the taints, but even if he does not achieve destruction of the taints because of his belief in the Dhamma, then with the destruction of the 5 lower fetters, he attains nibbana. Next, Ananda talks of the next stage, surmounting the base of infinite consciousness, aware that there is nothing, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the base of nothingness. And then this repeats as before, its conditionality, how steadiness achieves destruction of the taints. But even if this is not achieved, belief in the Dhamma leads to destruction of the 5 lower fetters and onto nibbana. Ananda concludes by restating that this has all been proclaimed by the Blessed One. If a bhikkhu abides diligent, ardent and resolute, his unliberated mind becomes liberated, his undestroyed taints are destroyed, and he attains the supreme security from bondage that he had not attained before. And Dasama of Atthakanagara, to whom this is addressed, was very pleased. He had come seeking one way to enlightenment, yet Ananda had told him of 11 different ways, and Dasama insists on making some payment for this knowledge. Dasama gathers a sangha of bhikkhus from Vitaliputta and Vesali and personally serves them with good food. He also presents a triple robe to Ananda and builds him a dwelling. And that's the end of Majjhima Nikaya number 52. Thanks for watching.